Hi, my name is Josh. I'm with the Spokane Mountaineers, and today we're going to be showing you how to do a single butterfly coil, and we're going to show you how to finish it in 3 different ways. So to start off, it helps if you have your rope stacked neatly. We already flaked the rope out, and we have a distinct bottom end of the stack and a top end of the stack. We're going to start with the top end of the stack to make the single butterfly coil, and it helps if you have if you're wearing a jacket. It can help to have your hood up. So we're going to throw my hood on, zip it up, which will make it a little bit easier and keep my clothing a little bit cleaner. So we'll start, grab the free end, straighten your arm out, and then do the same with your other arm and just throw it over. You're using your arm to measure the length of the coil. If you want it a little bit smaller, you can bring your hands up. I'm going to do it with a full arm length. So from there, I then grab the rope and I toss it over my neck, over my head, onto my neck. And I just keep doing this. As you get the hang of it, you can go a little bit faster. I have relatively small hands, so I can't hold too many at the same time, so I like to drop the rope partway through and just pick up where I left off. Okay, so we're going to pull this off over to the front of myself, and the first one we're going to show you is called the nail knot finish. We're going to make 2 more loops. The second loop is going to be very short, and then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap back toward this second loop, the most recent loop that I made. Each time you pull the rope through, just pull it tight so it holds your coil secure. Ideally, you want to have at least 4 or 5 wraps around the coil. Once you have that, you can go through the loop that you made, and then we'll find our smaller loop and pull that to tighten it down. Now we have our nail knot finish on our butterfly coil, and we can use this to toss over a backpack and carry it up on a long approach. Okay, the next way I'm going to show you how to finish rope, we call this the gasket finish. And we're going to take the free end of the rope and kind of let it drape down into a horseshoe, wrap around, and wrap around again. And each time I wrap, I'm going to stack it on the top, right here, on top of the next one. Keep doing this until you have maybe one more time. Have about that much left. And then toss a bite through, like so, and go over the top. And cinch. That's the gasket finish. We can undo this one, and then I'll show you the final finish. It's called the backpack finish. It requires both free ends to be significantly longer than the gasket finish. So to start off, I'll take the end of the rope. Let's just start off with 1.5 arm spans. We'll set that aside. And I can start the coil from here. After a few loops, I can drop them, so I don't have to worry about the free end. And then I'll try to match up the second end with the first one and get them about even. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to grab both free ends and I'm going to pass them around the whole coil, and I'm going to do that again, pulling it tight each time. Maybe I'll do one more. And then I can take a bite of the rope right here and pass it through the eye and then over the head. Cinch that in. That gives us our gasket finish. And all we have to do is grab both ends, toss it over my back, go around the coil, and tie it off with a square knot. And I'm going to be showing you how we do a Mountaineers coil. So I've already got myself clipped in to a glacier tie-in. This end right here goes to my partner's tie-ins. This end goes to the free end. So this is where I'm going to be tying the coils off of. To start, I'm going to actually put my hood on. It makes it easier to do the coils. Then I'm going to grab the rope, throw it over my neck, and then I'm going to measure off how large I want the coils to be. I like them to be around belt, between like belt and belly button. Grab it like this, and then I throw my arm out here and toss the coil over my neck, like so. As you get more comfortable, you can speed the process up. And I'll go until I have about 3 to 4 feet of tail. A little more is okay. Next, I'll take the rope that leads to my bite knot. I'll create a turn in that to make a bite. And then I'm going to take the free end of the rope and I'm going to wrap back toward this bite that I made. Each time, just like with the nail knot, I'm going to tighten as it goes. And just like with the nail knot, we want at least 4 or 5 loops around. And then from there, we should be able to tighten it like that. And I can toss it over my shoulder for easy carry. It's important to note that if someone falls, and if I have to catch a fall, that the rope is pulling off of my belay loop here, and that it's not pulling me down. If this was a little bit shorter, it would be pulling me down from the Mountaineers coil, and in that case, I can just move my knot a little bit up and down to make it more appropriate.